Happy fucking Friday, everybody. Happy fucking Friday. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. Oh, Bobby, doing his thing. He's fucking steady as a rock, man. We can always count on Bobby to be standing there looking all fucking badass. 2 fingers in the can. Oh, yeah. Can you dig it? What's happening, everybody? It's another Friday. We're all fucking... Look at that shit. Just hanging. It's like fucking dip carnage. Mm. Fucking good, man. All right. Thanks for all your comments as of late, everybody. It's great. I love interacting with the people. So thank you. Gotten lots of comments about dip and snuff and all that lately, which is cool. I'm pretty sure a few people subscribe to this channel because I do dip videos. And yeah, like the comments that came up. I'm sorry I haven't written the names down of the people, but certain talking about budget dips a lot. Now, okay, I want to make it clear. I live in Canada. The only kinds of dip we get here, or at least in my town, you can't get chewing tobacco at all. The only kinds of dip you can get are Copenhagen and Skål, and you can get Copenhagen snuff, Copenhagen long cut, which is basically the same thing, just a different cut, Copenhagen straight, Copenhagen Southern blend, which is just like a sweeter version of long cut, really. That's it for Copenhagen. You can get Skål straight. You can get Skål dark, which I have dipped a lot over the last year, and it really just tastes like a natural mixed with brown sugar. Like if you had to give it a flavor, it would be brown sugar. And you can get Skål straight pouches, and you can get Skål snus, which I've tried, and it's okay, but it's not that great. And that's it, really. And you can get, and occasionally you can find General Titanium snus, which is, Skål snus kind of sucks, but real Swedish snus is really fucking good. And General is like the gold standard in Swedish snus, really. So, I've done reviews on all of those products here on this channel, but quite some time ago, mind you. But yeah, he was talking about a lot of like budget dips, like Hawken or Kayak, or like I think Timberwolf came up, Renegade maybe, or something like that. I don't know. There's a bunch of them I haven't tried because I live in Canada. All the cool kinds of dip I get are gifted to me by my dear friend Hillary, who I'm very, very grateful for. She sends me all the cool wintergreens and mints and fruit flavors, and I'm a pretty fucking lucky guy when it comes to Hillary's generosity with me and snuff. So, thank you, Hillary. But yeah, one thing I think he mentioned he had. Now all I'm going to say is any kind of dip is good dip to me. I love dip. I love all kinds of dip. It's pretty fucking hard for me to say I don't like something, because I like it all. I've been dipping since I was 14 on and off, and I grew up on, as I've said, I grew up on Copenhagen Snuff and Skoal Fine Cut Wintergreen, you know. And it wasn't until the 90s when I discovered all the stuff like Cherry and Skoal Mint and Skoal Long Cut even, you know, Skoal Wintergreen. A lot of people don't like Skoal Wintergreen. I love it. I think it's great. They're the original wintergreen dip, you know. Now, that all being said, Stokers is, since Hillary's been sending me Stokers, every product they have is my favorite across the board. They make the best straight, the best mint, the best wintergreen. They have the best cut. They're fucking awesome. I love Stokers dip, man. And I'm not sponsored by them, but I love them. They're fucking great. One dip that came up is, he was talking about kayak. I have a can of kayak grape here. And this is like the dip that a lot of like teenagers start on. You know what I mean? It's very low in nicotine. Tastes like grape Jolly Ranchers. You know, and it's hated on by a lot of the serious dip community, you know, who only dip Cope Snuff or fucking Grizzly Green or whatever, you know. But I think it's great. I fucking love it, you know. So fuck the haters. I'm not a bandwagon dipper, you know. And he was talking about the Grizzly. I've never tried Grizzly products ever. I think Hillary said she was going to mail me a couple cans she had that she bought. Cause I think she bought it as a joke or something. She said, but I was like, she was like, this stuff was so cheap, I couldn't believe it. And, you know, it must be crap. And I'm like, it's good. I've heard. I don't know, but I know it's great. You know, Grizzly's one of the premium dip companies in the States. You know. And I've read, I don't think I've heard a bad review on any of their products, you know. But they, every year, Grizzly and Copenhagen make like camouflage cans when it comes to hunting and fishing season. I have a few Copenhagen camo cans in my dip can collection, but I'm not going to dig them out. But this year, they're really cool. They look really, the Grizzly ones look really cool. One of them is, the one that was brought up was it's like a can of dip encased in a thing. It looks like a fly fishing reel. It looks exactly like one. Like it looks like you could use it. You know, you can't, but it looks like you could. Now it's not a thing you can stick in your back pocket and carry around and dip all day either. It's just a cool collector's item for people who collect snuff memorabilia. You know. I've seen the Grizzly straight cans in this camo series, and they don't have the reel around them, but the print on the can is like the skin of a brown trout, and it looks really beautiful. It's a beautiful can. Yeah, I love dip cans. I can't part with any. You know, I threw out all my dip cans through, and you know, from years gone by, I never even thought about keeping them, but now I can't bear to part with them for some reason. But yeah, he also brought up Skoal Mint. That's his go-to dip. And I love Skoal Mint, man. Skoal Mint was my go-to dip. Once I discovered it, it was all I dipped. You know, that and the occasional can of snuff. Or, you know, the occasion, like I often dipped Kodiak or Rooster too. But Skoal Mint was my main go-to. And I love it. I still have a vintage can somewhere in my tower of dip there. It's not readily available, so I'm not going to dig through it. But yeah, the cans are way better now. The cans are fucking. They're not all. This is one of, like an old can. It's like all plastic, you know. The lid might pop off in your pocket, you know. But these new cans have metal lids. They're fucking great. So 10 minutes in, and all I've talked about is dip. Ha! Must be Friday. So yeah, that's my life in dip for the day. I love snuff, man. I fucking love it. You know, I've always loved it. You know, it's so different than smoking. You know, smoking. I smoked from when I was 11 till I was 24. You know, I was a pretty hardcore smoker. You know, but dipping, it's like. I quit smoking, you know, it's fucking gross, you know, but snuffing and dipping, it's totally different. It's totally way better for you, health-wise. All the rumors, like all these warning labels, they put them on because they have to, but the chances are very slim of any of these things happening, you know, other than this one. Smokeless tobacco is addictive, because yes, it is certainly addictive. But, dip. Fucking love it. Love it. And you know, I've often said I was a big nasal snuff user for years. McChrystal's original menthol was my favorite, you know. But it's the same thing with that. I'd snuff anything, man. I love it, you know. Apart from smoking tobacco, I love tobacco. I love nicotine. I love it, you know. I don't like smoking, but all other forms of tobacco I'm a pretty big fan of, you know, whether they be fucking 99-cent kayak or, you know, fucking premium Copenhagen or whatever the fuck, I don't know. I love it all. So, but yeah, there was an interesting podcast put out on the Warehouse group this morning. Kurt Danford and Dan Kunkel did an interview. Dan interviewed Kurt about Mirkwood Recordings, the label I record for, and they briefly talked about my role and all that in the beginning of the interview, and it was very interesting. You know, Kurt had very interesting views on my music that I didn't know he had, that are very cool. He sees me as a new form of psychedelic musician. You know what I mean? Which I don't take that in a Grateful Dead, Fish, jammy, hippie way. I take that in a good way. You know, it means what he means is I'm thinking outside. I'm taking something. I take blues music, which is very fucking. It's a post pounded in the ground. You know what I mean? But I do it my own way. I take my own take on it, and I think outside the box, and I color outside the lines all the time. You know, and that's how I like it. You know, so thanks, Kurt. Thanks, Dan. That was a fucking awesome interview. Lots of other cool stuff about yoga, spirituality. Very, very cool interview. And also this morning I saw a video of my old band, the Silverhearts, that my old friend Wyatt posted. And I gotta say, man, I haven't been in a band for 2 or 3 years, but fuck, they sound good, you know? I haven't heard them in quite some time. Last time I heard them, I wasn't impressed at all. And I wanted to be impressed, but I wasn't, you know. But the video he posted today, fuck, they sounded great, man. And I wrote him a long letter telling him so, you know. I really miss my days of playing in a band, you know, or playing with those musicians in particular, because those guys I played in numerous bands with over the last couple decades, you know. So it was very cool to see my old band doing really well. I'm very fucking happy about that, you know. So, love it. Love success. Even if I'm not involved, you know. But, anyhow, I'm going to wrap this motherfucker up and wish you all a good, happy Friday. And, yeah, thanks for all your views and comments and subscriptions and everything, man. I appreciate everything, you know. I appreciate all of it, you know. And everything you do helps my channel. You know what I mean? Every time you hit the like button, every time you comment, you know, every time you watch something, it helps my channel. So I appreciate that, because my channel's getting to a point now where it can grow a bit, you know, now that it's over 100 people. So that's good. So thanks a lot. Anyhow, be well, stay free, be you, and be the best you can be. And I'll see you in the next video. Be well. Bye now.